Good morning, guys. I didn't bring my mobile today. So I know it's about 7:20 maybe. It's Saturday. I have no idea what the date is. It's July. I don't know, I think it might be the 11th maybe or something. Don't know, and to me it's not really important. So all I know is it's Saturday and I'm going to have breakfast with my friend Kate, who is back from her travels in Canada. I went to see her briefly the other day. Yes, she loved it. I think she's going back in September, and it wouldn't surprise me if she doesn't maybe go all together. Yeah, I suppose we'll talk about that today, and I have a feeling we may be doing some tarot cards and stuff like that this morning, which is really nice. The riverbed is still dried up, guys, look. Hey ho, hey ho. Still, we don't ever seem to have drought in this country like they do in other countries around the world. I am so glad to say. And Kimmy Cho, what a lovely comment you put. I read it before I came out this morning. I haven't had a chance to watch anything but I did read your comment. And you love my tales. Gosh, I have got so many tales. Well, we all have, haven't we? We've got a lifetime of them. And yesterday, it was very strange for me going to Camden Court School for Girls. It really was. To see, look at the sunlight. I stand in this. Hello, sun, my gorgeous. It's so lovely to see the sun, you know, because it's been bright, and we've known it's been there, but we haven't been able to gaze at it at all. Sun gazing has gone right out the window this year. Hey ho. Yeah, a whole lifetime of tales, and I'm sure all of us have. And I mean, there was, what I loved about then, I think, was even though I knew certain things were wrong, I didn't actually class them as wrong. It was life, do you know what I mean? That was just the way things were. And I wouldn't worry about, I just didn't worry, you know what I mean? If things happened, they happened. I got over it. And it's like today, you know, I went to come out the house. I'm thinking, oh, I haven't got my mobile. And, like, should I go and get my mobile? Where have I put it? And then I just thought, do you know something, Rose? You spent up until about the age of, I don't know, 45, maybe, no, longer than that, 40, without a mobile phone, going through some of the most traumatic of events without a mobile phone. I'm sure you don't need one now on a Saturday morning, going for a walk with your dogs. So I left it. But it is quite strange how we very easily become dependent upon something and fearful without it. I mean, I know when I've been out with the girls here, there was one time, last year I think it was, I wasn't far from here, I was up at Crackley Woods, and it appeared that both dogs had vanished. And in that first few, well, first of all you think, oh, they'll come thundering around any moment now. See, all the blackberries are starting to appear now. And then when they didn't, I started to think, oh my goodness, how am I going to get them back? Where are they? I was calling them and everything. And then, for the briefest of moments, I felt very fearful. I thought, gosh, where are they? I feel vulnerable. I'm on my own without them. And that's how we come to get, like with the mobile phone, it'll be, well, you went out without your mobile. It's very, very stony here. They're those little, well, they're not little. The very little stones are okay. It's these ones that are kind of slightly chunky, that just decide they're going to poke everywhere in your feet, but that's okay. There's a reason for everything. Yes, and we do get very fearful. And we need to kind of catch ourselves on, do you know what I mean? You need to look at that and think, why am I fearful? What is it inside me that I haven't resolved or I haven't figured out yet? Should we go this way, girls? Which way? Come on, make a decision. Which way? All right, go on then. That's it. Yes, we need to look at these things because I don't have anything to fear. I really do believe that. I don't have anything to fear. Go on, keep going. Good girl. I have come through some pretty major stuff in my life, and I found that the one thing that fucks you up really is fear and panicking. If you can actually zone yourself in and you know, think to yourself, I don't have to, that is making things worse. Get rid of that and calm yourself down. You can do marvellous things. Well, I've certainly done marvellous things anyway. Do. Anyway, I had such a lovely day yesterday. Absolutely wonderful. All these pine cones, look. I am so gonna have to come back and start picking these all up for winter, because I'm telling you, it's July already, guys. July. I just can't believe it. It's like, it seems like only yesterday I was walking barefoot in the snow, picking these up to take home and put on the fire. And now we're in, well, we've passed the longest day and we're heading towards the shortest. And I think this is what I've found with life. You know, yesterday being up at Camden Court School, and I was there from the age of 11 to 14. And in some senses it was as if that was just a sidestep away. Do you know what I'm saying? And I wonder if some kind of person with a crystal ball had sat me down at that age, even at 14, when I left school, I can remember my head teacher, Miss Foster, in that house. If I could get into this one room, it was the head teacher's office, headmistress's office, and this woman's name was Miss Foster. Excuse me. And she reminded me of a slim Margaret Thatcher. Obviously I didn't know Margaret Thatcher then, but trying to give you a comparison. She was like a slimmer, more buxom Margaret Thatcher. She was very heavy on top, had her hair exactly the same, almost spoke the same, used to twiddle a bangle, elastic-y kind of bracelet on her wrist. And we detested each other, absolutely detested each other. And it all began on my first day in school, actually. So I arrived there, and it was very frightening. You know, you go from your junior school, and then you go into this great big school where there's hundreds and hundreds of people who are all older than you, and he's having a breakfast, and it's the train. And it is very, very frightening. Anyway, I felt it was. Also, there was no other member of my family there. My brothers had gone to the boys' school, Bablick, which was the grammar school. Yeah, anyway, on that first day, all of us newbies had to go and sit in the hall, on the floor, cross-legged. And this head teacher stood there, Miss Foster, and she used to do this thing with her bottom lip where she would kind of suck it in and then spit it out as if it repulsed her. And she stood on the stage and she was really going into, you know, kind of, right, I'm going to get you all organised. And she said, we were all in lines and things, and she said that she would be calling out names, and if she called your name, to move immediately to where she told you. She had 4, 5, 6 teachers there, I don't know. And when your name was called, you would go and stand by this teacher. So we're all sitting cross-legged on the floor. I know 2 girls there, 2 girls who had bullied me really at my previous junior school. Christine and Anne, who I did end up playing with briefly. I have told you about them before. And they're not sitting anywhere near me because we severely fell out with each other really, and I wouldn't go anywhere near them. I hated them. So we're sitting there, and the headmistress calls out the name Rosalind Bradford. Now, I never got up because there had been lots of other double names, you know what I mean? There was quite a few Smiths, a few Joneses, Cartwrights, you know. So how did I know that there wouldn't be a Rosalind Bradford there? So I didn't move. I sat there. She looked terrifying to me. This Miss Foster standing at the top on the stage, pinging her bracelet, sucking in her lip and spitting it out like she was chewing up children. So I just sat there. And of course people are getting moved into house groups or whatever. And I hadn't moved. And she kind of said, "What are you still doing sitting there, girl?" I said, my name hasn't been called. So she says, what's your name? So she says, what's your family name? That's what she said. I said, Bradford. So she says, you stupid idiot, or something like that. I've already called your name. You should be going over to Margaret Russell. Oh, God. So I says to her, you didn't call my name. You called Rosalind Bradford. And my name is Rosemary Bradford. And it was like you could hear this go around the hall, and there's, you know, got hundreds of girls in there. And so she says, how dare you? Something like, you impudent little. And I just thought, oh my Lord. Headmistress made an enemy straight away. So it was, get up! Get up! And there's complete silence and everyone's just watching. And I thought, why don't you just admit you got it wrong? You know, just say, yeah, sorry, it was my fault. Whew, off you go, make me feel welcome. She says, I can see I shall have to keep my eye on you. Wunderbar, I thought. Anyway, that was my first day. And then I had a thing with the free school meals because we got sort of money towards our school dinners. She had to go at me about that as well. Oh God, she became a big enemy for me, really. So I did everything I could to encourage her. Yes, I did. Funny, isn't it? I look at it now and I just think, you know, I did so bloody well. I really did. I did so well. And I really stood up to her. Yeah, I did. I did. But it's funny how you become, say, the head teachers. There's always one. You know, and you're the one. It's so funny how the other teachers all follow suit. Anyway, I did love my school days. I was never there. I did the most wonderful things. And I mean, even if it was raining, I knew loads of places to go for shelters. I knew where all the allotments were. And lots of them had sheds. You could go sit in the sheds in the rain. Generally, the old guys who used to work the allotments wouldn't be there in the rain. And I used to sit under trees. Oak trees. Great big oak trees in the rain. And I never got electrocuted or struck by lightning. So, not that I'm advising anybody to do that. I better put in a disclaimer there, in case it's looked upon as a terrorist activity to tell people to sit under trees, especially big oaks, in the rain. Oh, I'm so glad I came here. I do love Wayne Bodywood. It's definitely one of my favourite places. Definitely. I used to take books with me as well on my... Obviously you have a school bag and it's full of the school books that you take in. So I used to have reading books sometimes. Before I went off to Waggett, I would pop into the school library, get a nice book and go somewhere and sit and read it. And Yes, one of my favourite activities was also sitting under great big trees, reading books. In the winter, it was worse. I didn't like the winter, running away from school. But we had a garage at the back of our house that we never used. And it was like a playroom. And no one ever went into the garage. Unless we were playing. And sometimes I would come home. My mother was a nurse. And she was a night nurse. Which means she, did a night shift. So after all of us had been got to school, my mum would go to bed to get up on her sleep. So if I was very clever and it was winter, as soon as I'd arrived at school, got my registration, walked out the door, I could go home and be very quiet. And if the door wasn't unlocked, it generally was, but if it wasn't, I could go into the garage. Yeah. And then it gets easier as you're a bit older anyway. You know where everything is, you're not worried. You'll stay for whatever lessons you need to. You go and sit in the field or the changing rooms. Anywhere like that. The music block, because no one was ever in there. And then go back for your dinner. Get your afternoon registration. And then go back again. Lots of angels. Anyway, I'm shutting up now. I don't know what I've been talking about, really. The vulnerability of not being here with a mobile phone. Isn't it weird? Something that we didn't have to worry about, a mere 20 years ago, is now panic. What? I can't find my mobile. I can't possibly go if I can't find my mobile. What would happen if this? What would happen if that? It's all panic, panic, panic and worry, worry, worry. And the thing is, I do actually believe that all those things that happened to me were there to make me incredibly strong and powerful and to teach me lessons. And I wouldn't have missed any one of them. Not the beatings, none of it. Because it's brought me to here and who I am right now. And to be honest, there is nowhere on earth I would rather be than right here, right now. Anyway, so keep looking up, guys, and it is gorgeous to see the sun. I just want to get you to see that gorgeous, beautiful sun. And, I love you, sun. So keep looking up. You might see a lesson disguising itself as something to be fearful of. And remember to enjoy life, live it. It's exactly why you're here. And be proud of yourself. Don't look back at things that have happened and victimise yourself. Oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. No. Just look back and think, wow, what an opportunity that was for me to shine or to show my magnificence. So from Ebby and Honey, who's in the trees, and much better, thank you, thank you, thank you. And my feet, and yes, I do drive barefoot, to whoever it was who asked now. And welcome to my new subscribers as well. Yeehaw, hey ho, I'm glad you're here. It's goodbye. And bye. Look at the honeysuckle, all in the trees. Magnificent. I bet it smells beautiful here in early evening. Bye.